Hello, guys. Welcome to the TTB show. And my name is Rose Katlego, known as Rose Katlego. And tonight we are breaking down one of the most anticipated matches of the season. If you thought the Soto derby was tactical, wait until you see this weekend. We are going to be seeing coaches that are very, very much tactical, and we are so excited. And with me, I always don't run solo. I've got two gentlemen. I've got Ghxstavo, and I've also got Thami. How are you, Ghxstavo?
I'm good. Rose, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm excited, man. And yeah, man, I can't wait for the weekend. I think everyone is really anticipated to see what's gonna happen in the weekend. And Tammy, how are you?
I'm fine. I think you've said it all, Rose. We're coming from a derby, and now we're going to what people should now call the Art Classic of South African football. Of course, two coaches, one from Portugal, one from Spain, very much under pressure from both sides. We are in for a very, very good game.
And the other thing that's exciting about this match, we've got two teams from the Southern Hemisphere that are in the top 8 of the CAF Continental Cup competition. So this is very much exciting. Abanye bathi mawuna star ungezi. So it's the clash of the stars. So it's very much exciting. I can tell you that everyone is really looking forward to it. But let's get into it. Let me start with you, Ghxstavo. Looking at Sundowns, I just want to ask you, how would you assess your team's performance in the past, entirely the whole league? I mean, since from the beginning, how would you assess Mamelodi Sundowns according to you?
Knowing Mamelodi Sundowns, man, people have to remember that we have been chopping and changing. I'm a coach, began the season expecting Coach Orlando to come in, but we know how that ended. Coach Mangoba took over the reins and he got sacked. Currently, we have Coach Cardoso, which has been performing very, very well. I think it's undefeated in the league so far, So that's my team's performance. It has been good. It has been excellent. I'm proud of the boys, and I'm proud of how they've adjusted to all the coaches. They've proven that they are very adaptable players. I think we have the highest number of chances scored. We have the highest number of chances created. We have the least goals conceded. So that should give you a clear picture on where we are going as a team. And what Coach Cardoso has come in and brought into the team, it's actually excellent. I think it's going to take us very far in the league.
Yeah, one thing about Sundowns, man, they always keep breaking their own records. That's one thing for sure. So, to Tommy, I just want to ask you about Orlando Pirates in the league. Pirates are very good with cup competitions. But what is your take in the league for Orlando Pirates this season?
Rose, let me start by saying Orlando Pirates is blessed to have Jose Rivera as a coach. We are talking about a coach that has shown consistency and improvement in each and every season. Now we're talking 24-25 season. We're talking Orlando Pirates that already has won, as you say, call us the new cup specialist in South African football. We've already won the MTN8. In fact, we've kept the MTN8 because we've won it 3 times in a row. Now the focus is back in the league. We've done so well. I mean, we've played 13 games. We are yet to draw any single game. We've lost 2. The numbers don't lie. And if you're looking at the way both these two teams are going, we are in for a record in terms of the number of points by the end of the season. I'm saying this because you must remember, Coach Roland last season, he broke the record when Mamelodi Sundowns won the league with 73 points after 30 games. We are in for that because currently Sundowns is sitting on 39 points, meaning to say they only need to win the next 16 games to get to 74 points. Orlando Pirates is sitting on 33 points. They've only lost 2 games with a game in hand. We only need 51 to break the record and win the league. And for me, it's going to be interesting. But Jose Rivera said the only thing we want this season is what? Is the Betway Premiership. And they are showing that.
Definitely, Pirates is definitely challenging Sundowns. The log says it all. They are behind Sundowns. Ghxstavo, what I want to ask you, what do you think would be like the tactical approach from Sundowns, from the coach? So, what do you think will be the tactical approach to get an upper hand from Pirates?
Yeah, a very important question, and I like the words. What do I think? Because if I would say, I'm definitely sure I would be lying to myself. I think Utam would attest to that also. We have 2 genius coaches actually. You don't know what they have planned. You don't know where they are going. So we took Coach Miguel Cardoso. I don't know what he has planned, but I sort of have an idea based on what I've seen in the previous few games and based on what I know about the coach based on his history. So in terms of the tactical approach, I first of all I expect us to be defensively sound. Expect us to be defensively sound. This is a coach who very much believes in his team being defensive and finding that defensive structure perfectly. But in terms of our attack, also there the combination is crazy. To have in terms of goal contributions, I think we have the top three players, number 1, 2, and 3, in Lucas Ribeiro, Egram Reyners, and Utashrik Matthews. So that should give you an idea that we are a dangerous team going forward. This coach is a coach that wants his team to build up quickly as possible. Started out from the back, but started out with agency and the goal to go forward. So expect such things from the coach. Expect such things from the game. We have a compact midfield now. We've currently signed Lou Adams. Seeing what he brings into the team, the creativity, the fluidity of the midfielders there, of Tebogo Mokoena, Marcelo Allende and him, including Abum Pulis, who might start the game also or come in as a substitute. So that should give you an idea of where the coach is going tactically, and expect also a back five defensive structure in the match, especially if we are looking to get a goal and we want to protect that lead. Expect us to go into a defensive back five whereby we'll be playing 3 center backs and we'll be playing with 2 wing backs. We saw it in the previous game against the Super Sport, whereby Lucas Suarez came in to be the third center back and gave Tiwane the freedom to go forward. So you have to expect such things from the coach to protect that. If I'm saying I'm pushing up my full backs, I have the pitch. They are protected by the back three. We also saw this under Coach Rulani previously, whereby he would push his full backs and protect them with the back three, with the 3 center backs. And look at a player like Lucas Suarez, the very, very, very mobile center back. He looks like he has speed and is good on the tackle, but he would be faced with a hard challenge when it comes to the Orlando Pirates. But expect greatness in terms of the tactical awareness, and expect goals, expect creativity. The highest creative team in the league. I think we have 41 chances created. So that should give you a picture of the tactical approach that the coach might impose.
Okay, interesting. It sounds like Sundowns is going to be very good defensively, and they sound like their midfield is going to be very much influential. So, Thami, is Pirates going to be able to handle that very strong mobile Sundowns team? They've got very good ball players, as Ghxstavo has said. What do you think Paris' tactical approach is going to be to have an upper hand on Sundowns?
Rose, I think one important thing that Ghxstavo said, I think for the first time in almost 3 seasons, we are going to play against the Sundowns that we are not sure of the style of play, their tactical approach to be exerted, to how they're gonna put about their players on the field of play. It was, I wouldn't say easy, but it was easy to expect. You're going to play against Coach Lurani, you're going to play against Coach Mangoba. They want to have the ball. They want to play probably a 4-3 formation, obviously with full backs up. But for Pirates, it has never been a problem, to be honest with you. I'm going to say this. The time we beat Mamelodi Sundowns, I think it was 3-0 when Saleng scored the brace. We were playing on the counter. Orlando Pirates has always been known as a team that plays with speedy wingers. We are not afraid to let Mamelodi Sundowns have the ball when they have to have the ball. But they must be away. We're going to, with Jose, the problem with Jose, you never know who he's going to play, and that's nice about it. But if I'm looking on paper and looking at how we've been playing against the top teams, especially in the CAF Champions League, I think the approach for Orlando Pirates is almost going to similar with the way we approach Al Ahly in Cairo in our last game of the CAF Champions League. I think Orlando Pirates is going to be very cautious. I think Orlando Pirates is going to play a flat back four that will have your probably Marco playing as a left back and Horto playing up as a left winger this time around, or as a right winger with Urelem Fugen playing as a left wing. And I also see Van Rooyen playing as a right back. I'm saying this because obviously Umonyane is injured and Ushan recently came back, and I doubt he's going to start the young Josie against Mamelodi Sundowns. I see Van Rooyen playing as a right back. My only problem at the moment, and this is based on what I've seen in the last 2 games between Usbisi, or whenever Utablet has played, I think injury probably affected him. I'm saying to be corrected. And I'm saying this because remember when he played against Richards Bay, he was playing with Usesan, and it did not seem like the old Kogi that we know. Yesterday, when we were playing against Iskukuna United, different partner in CBC, but Kogi seemed vulnerable. That's my biggest fear. And knowing that you're going to be facing a player of Reina's caliber, he loves to run between from the side going inside, and then we have Ribeiro Sundowns number 10 between the lines. It's going to be a very long day for us for the centre pair. But going to midfield, I expect the same. Really, I expect Umakaula to be playing. I expect Umbata to start. I expect Utito to start. I doubt we're going to have a surprise in the middle of the park. The only surprise for me is going to be the back four, of which I'm not sure whether Mark is going to start. And don't be surprised. This is Jose. You can have a Maeda playing in that game. You can have Shanu starting at right back. I know for sure it's going to surprise us. I also see a surprise up top. Honestly, in my opinion, I've not been impressed by Umabasa in the past 2 games. I felt like against Kaizer Chiefs, he could have scored. Yesterday, he seemed so unprofessional. I don't understand, because he's supposed to hold up the ball and play a simple pass. There was a time where we had chances of break attacks with Urele, and you know how Urele is. When he makes his run on the inside, and you just have to pass the ball between the spaces, and it's one-on-one. But Umabasa did not do that. In fact, Rhino Pirates, for me, played better with Umakopa against Kaizer Chiefs. Umakopa creates space for other people to maneuver. He makes Aborile play better. And if I was Jose, and I think he's going to do that, I was going to start with Makopa as a number 9. But now, let me tell you the secret of which now it's probably going to raise the questions of Saleh. When the last time we played well and beat Mamelodi Sundowns, Relam Fugeng was on the bench. In both games, he came on and changed the game. But I doubt we are going to do the same now, because he is one player that we expect to carry Orlando Pirates. So it means we do not have a secret weapon on the bench. Unless Orlando Pirates is going to surprise us and have Usaleng on the bench, or somebody was going to surprise Mamelodi Sundowns. But for a game against Mamelodi Sundowns, you should expect Mamelodi Sundowns to have the ball, despite the fact that Cardoso has shown to be a coach that can be defensive when he wants to. But Mamelodi Sundowns is playing at home. If Mkwena plays, if Opas plays, if Adams plays, they're spoiled for choice. If Peter Kulise plays, they will want to keep the ball. Meaning to say, there are times where you're going to struggle. There's times where he's going to start for the ball, and we'll need a speedy winger. Hence, I'm saying to you, we are going to have a problem, because now Red is going to start the game. Do we have somebody to come in and change the game? I'm not sure. But just to answer your question, it's going to be a similar lineup for me as we did against both Kaizer Chiefs and Al-Ahly. Probably a surprise at the back. But I believe that Jose always has something, because the fact that you went all out against Sekhukhune, knowing that you're playing Mamelodi Sundowns, he already has a plan for the game.
Sounds like Jose is gonna surprise, but sounds like Pirates is gonna go on the counter on this one, as you are saying that Sundowns is gonna have most of the ball, and Pirates is gonna be coming in the counter attack, according to previous matches that you guys have played. So I'm gonna move on to Ghxstavo, and I'm asking this question. I'm actually. I'll give you one up because I remember when Cardoso came in, I think you were one of the first people to say that is the best coach for Sundowns. I mean, you were rooting for Cardoso since from the day Mamelodi Sundowns announced. So I'm going to ask you, he's had I can say he has had a slow start, but the results have been coming in. But now we see Sundowns have scored about I think, 8 goals, about 11 or 10 goals in the past 3 matches. So it seems like the plane is going up, the engine is running. So what do you think of Cardoso so far?
Hi, one thing I can tell you, Rose. I came in and I said what I said about the coach Cardoso. And as soon as he started kicking into gear, started working, it didn't seem like what I said was true. But currently now, based on the previous results, you can see, the project is coming together. This is the coach Cardoso that everyone should expect, So I think I can personally say I rate this coach very, very highly. This is a very adaptive coach. Thami did say that they don't know what they are facing. This guy can play positional football. This guy can play counter-attacking football. This guy can sit at the back and play defensive football. And this guy can play ugly. What I call is scope the ball. He can play ugly. So you can expect a lot of things from this guy. He's a tactical mastermind. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy because you don't know what to expect. This guy is someone who can chop and change. Like Thami said, they don't have a wild card in their bench. But if, however, you have that wild card, I think Coach Cardoso is someone who can adjust to that and say, okay, they've brought in this player. Who am I taking out and who am I bringing back in? So it's that type of coach. So you can expect a lot from this coach, and you can expect Sundowns to continue with this momentum, to continue with this form under Coach Cardoso.
You've got very high confidence, but I know you've got points to back it up. Sundowns have been doing well, and guys, if you haven't noticed, this is actually a versus, so that's why I'm asking questions. What Ghxstavo thinks as well as what Thami thinks. So moving on, I want to ask Thami. Jose has had a good start to the season, and how would you rate his impact on the squad, and what do you think? Do you think he's got the right squad to challenge Sundowns on the day?
Rose, I think people have started asking questions as if, are we going to regret the fact that we did not beef up the squad in the January transfer window? And for me, it's a right question. It's debatable. But to be honest with you, I've always been a firm believer of that. You don't just go out in the market. Jose said when he was asked while the transfer window was still open, is Orlando Pirates going to sign a player? They say they are constantly looking at the market. Should there be a player that has the profile of what they're looking for, they're going to sign? It's an open secret that Orlando Pirates was after Omatuludi, Orlando Pirates was after Apolis. And we are talking about players that were going to come in and fit in and actually carry on with the momentum. There was no way Jose was going to sign players that were going to probably start kicking in or kicking off next season, 25-26. That's what I rate him for. Rather, you must not be surprised. That is why he's not afraid to go in and take Undlos and go and play him against Al-Ahly in Cairo, because Undlos knows and understands exactly. It's not about the player at Orlando Pirates anymore. It's the profile. It's that you already have the system. So whoever you just take a player and you put him and he plays. That is why it's too easy for Jose. So if you look at his substitution, you know that if Udlamini and Ura Sabocha come in, Umbata already knows that he's going out. And you understand, even Makaula knows that he might go out because they understand what they need to do when they get in those positions. So the questions of whether we have the right squad or not is always going to be there. But for as long as we are grinding and getting a result, I think we're doing well. I think one thing that those people are forgetting, the Orlando Pirates had a very congested schedule. And for me, I really commend the coach. I really commend the players, because now the question of fatigue is always coming to play. The Orlando Pirates of old would have easily lost the game against Skokune yesterday. The Orlando Pirates of old would have easily lost the game against Kaizer Chiefs. Look at the mental strength. Look at how Orlando Pirates performed in the last 10 minutes of the game. I'm telling you, if you watched closely yesterday, we could have scored 3 goals in the last 10 minutes. They are very strong. It's a well-oiled machine. It's a team that was built 3 years ago. Hence, it's not easy to just go and buy. I'm not saying we should not have went out to the market and buy a player. However, were there the right players to buy for Orlando Pirates? For me, no. The only player I keep saying is Adam. We needed Adam to come in and something different in the middle of the park. Unfortunately, he decided to go to the champions. And these days, it's not easy for a player to say no to Mamelodi Sundowns. I think Matuluti was going to add value because he is a right back that gives us height and something different to the right backs that we have. I think Apollos was also going to add value, knowing that he was going to come in and play at the left wing, and then you have Urele playing as a number 10 when needs be. Besides those players, unfortunately, Orlando Pirates is fine as is.
That's a very bold statement for you to say about Pirates, but I want to move on, guys. I want you Ghxstavo, I want to ask you, give me 3 key players that you think they should be in the squad on Saturday. 3 players that you think if they're not in the squad, Pirates might have an upper hand on Sundowns.
Name the players actually earlier on when we started the video. This has been the starting front 3, even under Coach Manqoba. They've been firing with all cylinders. You look at Lucas Ribeiro, you look at Tashir Matthews, you look at Ikram Reynolds. These are the players. In terms of creativity, you look to them. In terms of goal conversion, you look to them. As the top 3 goal contributors in the league, with Lucas having 12, Ikram having 8, with Matthews also having 8 goal contributions. it should give you a picture that all in all, these players have contributed 28 goals. Just the three of them. They've contributed to 28 goals that Sundowns has scored in the league. You know, that should give you a clear picture of who are the key players, because it's gonna be a movie there going up front. But also one player just to mention there, how Tebogo Mokoena plays tomorrow, it's going to be crucial for Mamelodi Sundowns.
Okay, that sounds like you are more on the offensive side. Like you believe more in the offensive players. You feel like those are the players that are gonna get you the 3 points. And then Thami, key players for Pirates.
Rose, I have a simple answer for you. They say strikers win you games and defense win you championships. There's a player, you know, I keep saying this statement. You know, when you become so good, people tend to forget how good you are. Sipho Chine has been outstanding for Orlando Pirates. He made a save that is probably, if Orlando Pirates end up winning the league, the save that he made yesterday. I will come back and remind you, Rose, and that is how we won the league. Makeken Makaula, in each and every big game that we've played, I don't care what people say about his style of play and whatnot. He is important to how Orlando Pirates plays. He is important to Orlando Pirates winning big crucial games. And for me, he's going to be key again. He went to Cairo. He was winning. He surprised those midfielders. It's going to do the same. Ghxstavo is raising one important factor. If Mokoena has his day at Loftus on Saturday, it's over for Orlando Pirates. That is why Makaula is key. I want to say shout out to Dian Hoto. I want to say shout out to Tito Masangani. However, Rilem Fugeng is the third key player for Orlando Pirates. I think I need to say something in closing when I was very shortly. He has become such a good player that even if you don't see him on the field, for example, against Kaizer Chiefs, he was not the runner that people wanted, that wanted to see all over the ball and whatnot. He knows that he's carrying. He knows that he needs to do something for Orlando Pirates to win. In the last 10 minutes of the game against Kaizer Chiefs, it was something else. He has been scoring and assisting in crucial games. That is why I'm afraid to say now, because Jose used to use him as a secret card or a secret weapon. What are we going to do on Saturday? But I believe in Jose. So Orelem Fugeng is the dead key player. Also, let me say shout out to Kosnatu Smith. I believe for me, it's been the defender of the season so far.
That's a very good point that you're making there with those players. So I want to ask you guys, I think probably one of the last questions. Ghxstavo, what would you think would be a success? What results would you think would be a success for Saturday? I'm asking for the both of you guys. So let's start with Ghxstavo. Sundowns, what would be a success for Sundowns on Saturday?
Since this has been a long video, I'll just keep it short, under 1 minute. A success for Mamelodi Sundowns is winning that game.
3 points, nothing else.
Nothing else.
And then Thami?
I think it's the same for me as well. I think I've seen that. Look at the numbers. Numbers never lie, Rose. These two teams are yet to draw any game. They are going all out. So we don't want to be in a position where Orlando Pirates is going to be saying, "Oh, I'm hoping Kaizer Chiefs can draw against Mamelodi Sundowns." No, do it for yourself. Orlando Pirates must go out to Loftus and look for a win. Whether they're playing good or bad, they need to get the 3 points. A win or nothing for Orlando Pirates.
So a win or nothing for both teams, but you know what? There can only be one winner. Both teams can't get 3 points. Only one team will get 3 points. So just to wrap it up, so I want to ask you, Thami, predictions for the day. We need the score predictions.
1-0 out. 1-0 Orlando Pirates.
1-0. Okay, and then Ghxstavo?
3-1 Mamelodi Sundowns.
Please repeat that.
3-1 Mamelodi Sundowns.
Oh, so it's gonna be raining goals. Sundowns is gonna, they're gonna go up with the goal difference. Actually, that's gonna be a very key factor because
Ghxstavo Pirates. We're going to surprise you. You can name all these million players that you have, with all the money that you have, with all the quality that you have. It's Jose and Orlando Pirates.
This is the league, my guy. This is the league. The last time you won against the Sundowns in the Gauteng, go check the stats. I think it's been 4 years. That's the last time you won. We've been killing you at Orlando. We've been killing you at Loftus. So that should
Also
tell you
check the
something.
stats as to when the last time you beat a team coached by Jose Riviero. That's my statement.
New
Okay, no,
coach.
it's
Rose.
definitely going to go down on Saturday, and we are so excited. This video is so long because there's so many talking points for this match. You know, I can just tell both gentlemen have got, you know, such good tactical observation of the two teams. Please don't forget to subscribe. We're on our road to 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, man, this is the TTB show. We broke it down tactically, and you guys have got a clear picture of what might happen in the weekend. So thank you so much, guys. Bye.